I find the history behind the creation of the original Kirby's Dream Land to be rather interesting. It was created by Masahiro Sakurai. Yes, that Masahiro Sakurai. And he created the game because he looked at the video games that were around him and thought, I feel like video games these days are getting a little too difficult, and thus I feel like because games are so hard, dying a bunch and being at the level of challenge they are, it deters children from playing games because if you start a game, you can only get to like the second or third level and just keep gaming over and over and over. It deters you from that wears on your motivation after a while. So what he did was he made a game along with the rest of HAL Labs, and his goal was give the character more HP so that so that children could take more damage without dying, and even if you did die, give the character lots of extra lives so that way you wouldn't game over. And even if you did game over, you could just continue and restart back at the same level you were at originally. Very, very kid-friendly approach to game design. Something that Kirby's always kind of stuck with being accessible for children. The story to this game isn't anything mind-boggling. I mean, what Kirby game is? King Dedede, the guy, we all know him, Big Hammer. He's big, he's jolly. He stole all the food in Dreamland. And of course, Kirby, being the big eater that he is, not pleased with that. Not pleased with that whatsoever. So, he goes to kick his butt. And this game is very unique compared to other Kirby games in the big fact that you can't copy abilities in this game. That's correct. You could not copy abilities from enemies until Adventure. So in this one, you can inhale them, you can swallow them, or spit them out. That's it. There's other power-ups with air quotes. I mean, they're power-ups. There's a spicy curry that lets you shoot fireballs. There is a sweet potato, I believe that's what it is, that lets you infinitely puff air out of your mouth, which I think is a reference to sweet potatoes making you have to burp. Don't quote me on that. And then there's a bomb, which if you spit it out, just a giant explosion follows you. And technically, technically, this game has the mic copy ability. It's just a microphone. You inhale it. You can use it one time, and it works. It works just like Mike does in the normal games. So this game is five levels long, and a lot of the iconic Kirby stuff from later games did appear in this game. Wispy Woods, Lo, and La La La, and Kracko, and of course Dedede. Um, this game actually got a remake as well on the SNES in Kirby Superstar, minus the third level. I don't know why that's the case, and weirdly enough, when they did Star Ultra on the DS and they remade it again as Dedede's Revenge or whatever it was called, they put that boss back in the game. It's weird. It's weird. There's really not a whole lot to talk about this game. It's a nice, cozy 20, 25, 30-minute long, depending on your skill level, adventure that really is the definition of, oh, you go to your grandma's house, pop this in your Game Boy, you play it on the car ride there, you had a nice little fun time. Now, that being said, it may be all easy, happy, and jolly in the base game. In the base game. Because, oh my lord, when you beat the game, you are given, it's not really a passcode, it's more just, here's a button combination you can now hit to open extra mode. Oh my lord. I would never call Kirby game hard, except for this one, because extra difficulty is ridiculous. Most Kirby extra modes are like, okay, you want a challenge? You have 3 HP instead of 6. Now, this game lets you keep all 6 HP, and thank God, because the enemies are all different except for Walladees and Walladoo. They're faster, they're more frantic and hectic. It is ridiculous. Also, I just remember there's other enemies that are the same. Who cares? My point remains the same. It's ridiculous. Gordos take 2 to 3 HP off of Kirby per hit. Bosses have wild, like, not wild new, but like different and much more erratic patterns. And DDD. Oh my gosh, DDD. Brother became a track and field star. When he jumps, he almost goes off screen. It is ridiculous. But yeah, managed to beat that through the skinnier friggin' teeth. And you will get sound test. Also configuration mode, which means you can change the amount of HP Kirby has and the amount of lives Kirby has. So if you want to go through that extra mode again with 1 HP and 1 life, I don't know who in God's name hurt you that badly, but you can. Smile. But all that being said, what would I give the game today? The game is fun. The game almost has the energy of like a warm hug, if that makes sense. It's short, but it makes you feel really happy while it's happening. But that being said, there are just so many longer and better Kirby games. Like, even on the Game Boy, I think Dreamland 2 is a better game. I think Kirby's Adventure, Dreamland 3. There's a lot of better Kirby games. 64. Now, I'm not saying don't play this game. If you haven't, please do. It's worth your time. But there's many better Kirby games out there. I mean, they just took this and expanded upon it after all. But even still, with all of that, I'd still give this game a 7 out of 10. If you are looking for a quick romp, this this game will satisfy. It's fun, it's short, it's cute, it's cozy. Extra mode is a nightmare, but it's a very fun and enjoyable game. So yeah, 7 out of 10. That's about all I gotta say. Have a good day.